Okay, so my goal is in this building, maximize every square foot. This is what I call the big side of the building. jamzDOTnet, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to talk about these Daytona 1,300-pound vehicle positioning wheel dollies. I got these on Black Friday at Harbor Freignt. I got them for $60 off per dolly. So I have a savings of $240 sitting here, meaning I only paid $89 for each dolly. I'm super pumped up for these dollies, mainly because I'm going to be able to push a car around, hopefully, that easily. Now, I have read on these dollies, people recommend greasing the bearings and it makes them slide a little bit easier. My building here is all concrete floor, and for the most part, it's pretty decent to be 100 years old anyways, but it's flat. So I'm hoping when I put the dollies under the car, it will roll okay. In fact, on the other side of the building, I have multiple cars, even the 1980s EV sitting back there, the city car on dollies. The difference with these dollies, and they'll support about a vehicle weight of about 5,200 pounds, 5,200 pounds. So I'm not going to be putting them on the big Land Rover Defender, but I am going to be using these on my 1987 Mercedes-Benz W123, my W124 Mercedes-Benz, and my 1988 Chevrolet Blazer S10. Because what I want to do is put the cars a little bit tighter together in the back of the big side of the building over there. And the reason why I want to do that, so that I can have a little more space in the front of the building. So what I want to do with you today is unpackage these dollies. I'm going to show actually my use of them and positioning of them and how they work. And hopefully, how simplistic I'll be able to roll the vehicles around, probably not 360 degrees, but nonetheless move them where I want to go. So stay tuned as I unpackage these Daytona 1,300-pound vehicle positioning wheel dollies. I'll show what it looks like in the box. I'll show how to use them. And then, of course, I'm going to move a few of the cars around. Thanks for tuning in. It means a lot to me. Let's have it. Okay, let's go ahead and unbox these. Again, this is the 1,300-pound Daytona wheel positioning dollies. I just want to show you the grand reveal of what one of these looks like before we go to the other side of the building and test them out. So naturally, these are going to be a bit heavy. It comes with a 90-day warranty, so that's good. Admittedly, I probably won't be moving these once they're positioned for a bit because it's winter. And I have to cut my heater off in the building because it's a turbo heater, which is kind of noisy. It's 49 degrees in here now. It was 60-something until I cut this off. So we have one of the wheels. I can see what people mean about lubricating it. It spins, but not nearly like I would expect it to be spinning. So we have 4 of these. And then we have the actual Daytona dolly. Nothing to put together here. They come ready to go, besides, you know, the little caster wheels that you have to put on it. So it looks like the wheels are just gonna go underneath here. I'll use a socket wrench, and that's really the only install that you have to do. And it looks like this here is a safety of sorts. And then there's a way, I think you push this up and you can adjust the width. So let me go get my socket wrench and we'll take a peek at putting these wheels on. Okay, it is a 19mm socket that you will use to put these wheels on. And it's a pretty straightforward process. You don't probably need to watch me do this, but you're gonna want to tighten them, put the right amount of torque on them, and don't get too carried away and over torque. That always creates issues. Okay, I have all 4 wheels on. And you can see kind of what it looks like here. The wheels seem to spin good enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other 3, and then I'll show you how they actually work on the 1987 Mercedes-Benz W123. So let me do this 3 more times. Okay, I have all 4 of them put together, and I want to give you kind of an up-close look. When you unpack them, you need a lot of grease on your hands because this entire shaft is lined with grease, and it has to be because when you click it, you know, you need good lubrication in there, so I feel like they could be a bit messy. Also inside the rollers here, you're going to have some, but they operate pretty easily. Effectively, when it is in the up position, this, you can begin to step on it and open it, but let me show you down here. So what you see here is I have this in the down position, so that enables me to open as well as close it. So you basically can expand it based on the width of your wheel, and then you put that in the up position and step on it, and you can see how it will tighten and then ultimately lift it up enough. Because what's going to happen is your wheel is going to sit in here and it's going to roll and squeeze it and get it up just enough so you can maneuver it around. So let's go take a look at the floor over here and the Mercedes. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. The first thing I'm going to want to do is push my tab down, or the switch, or whatever you want to call it. Expand this out, and then put it up towards the wheels like so. Then I'm going to push this in, and then I'm going to give it some pumping action. And it is now off the ground, that easy. Let me do all 4 of the tires, and then we will show moving the car. But the road test, even though it was easy enough to jack up, is will these Daytona road dollies let me move the vehicle easily? I have all 4 wheels lifted up. Let me give it a push and show you. I'll start just by going this way. Pretty easy. Now let's push it a little bit this way. Not too bad. Can I push it towards the camera by myself? Not too bad. How about we go this way? I'm getting stuck on a mat over here, of course. Put that out of the way. Not too bad. So I would say that these Daytona dollies are doing what they're advertised to do. I easily lifted the car up. I pretty easily moved it on a floor that is not smooth as butter, to say the least. And it's going to enable me to put it in the position I want. I'm not going to be pushing it that far because I'll drive them in. It's mainly just to get them close to each other. So I would say if you're using these at your garage, if you have a car collection, maybe a project car, I think they do a great job. If you're going to use them outside on rough asphalt or lots of cracks, I think you might find a little bit of a challenge. So overall, I say $240. I'm pleased with my purchase. It's moving this old clunker, and I'm sure it's going to move the W124 Mercedes and the Blazer just as easy. Thanks for tuning in. I'll put a link to these Daytona Dollies in the description of the video. And give me a subscribe on YouTube. I like making these videos. It's a lot of fun. And honestly, it means a lot to me. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And you might be asking yourself, I almost forgot to show you this, how do you put it down? Well, it's just as easy as it was to lift it. Push this down, take your foot, easy.